Get Out of Your Own Way for Once and for All by Mother Hummingbird. Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Mackenzie Kellier, for those of you who are new here, also known as Mother Hummingbird in the internet realms. Okay, so something that has been coming up a lot for me, which if you know on this channel, I basically just talk about the things that are coming up for me, because if it's coming up for me, it's probably something coming up for a lot of people in the collective. Also, if you've clicked on this video, it's probably because this is something that's been coming up for you. And what I want to talk about today is how so much of my past was me getting in my own way. And so this entire video is just going to be tips on how you can start getting out of your own way so that you can finally make long-lasting, sustainable change in your life, essentially. So basically, a few main things that I want to talk about is how I've gotten in my own way. And these could be things that maybe have gotten in your way in your life thus far. I'm so glad to finally be able to say that I have gotten out of my own way. Woo! In so many aspects of my life. As far as my health and fitness goes, I have plateaued as far as weight loss goes. Fat loss. I'm talking about fat loss. I shouldn't say weight loss because I'm not talking about weight loss. I'm talking about fat loss. I want to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. I don't want to lose weight because weight could be anything. It could be muscle too. Anyway, I used to lie to myself. And this is what we're going to talk about, is stop lying to yourself, essentially. I used to lie to myself and say like, oh, I work out in the gym, and I'm consistent in the gym, and I eat healthy, so that's enough. But the lie in that was I was eating tons of processed foods, which were basically hindering my fat loss and basically making me plateau. And I have always known that processed foods aren't good for you. And if you've watched my previous videos, I was eating like organic processed foods, like lying to myself that they were healthy. So I had to get real with myself and be like, okay, if you want to create real change in your life, you're going to have to stop the emotional eating and recognize when you're emotionally eating. And once I did that, I was able to do an audit. When a food was in my hand, by the time it got from my hand to my mouth, I used to not think. I was just emotional about it. But like, oh, I want this, so I'm eating it. Oh, I just feel like I want it. And so I would just eat it without really thinking. Now I kind of do an audit between my hand and my mouth. Before that food enters my mouth, I think, why am I eating this? Is it because I'm hungry? Or is it because I'm trying to fulfill some emotional void? And 9 times out of 10, it was me just trying to fulfill some emotional void of some sort. And so now that I do this audit and I get out of my own way, it's a mindfulness thing. I think to myself like, okay, am I eating this because I'm hungry? You know? And so that's like something that I've had to really shift in my own mind, is like getting out of my own way and like stop lying to myself. Because if I were to continue to lie to myself for the rest of my life, I would continue eating, you know, cookies, candies, cakes, blah, 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 in the name of health food because it was organic and from the health food store, but it's a lie. I had to really massively get out of my own way. If I really wanted to make change and really start to lose weight, and again, I shouldn't say weight, lose fat, I had to get out of my own way and stop lying to myself about eating processed foods. Now I only eat whole foods, and I have only been eating whole foods for like the past 3 to 4 weeks, and I've already lost 9 pounds. And it's like, I could have done that a long time ago if I would have just gotten to the point where I was tired of lying to myself a long time ago, but I wasn't there yet. And this is what I want for you guys. I want to help you expedite the process on you receiving your dreams and you reaching your goals. And the only way to do that is to get out of your own way. Because at the end of the day, the only person getting between you and your goals is you. Now, if you're a mom or if you're a dad, you know, I don't know, mostly women watch my channel. You know, we could think, well, I'm busy with my kids, or you know, there's so many excuses you can make for yourself, but at the end of the day, all it is an excuse. And at the end of the day, your children aren't holding you back. Your partner's not holding you back. No one is actually forcing you to eat cakes and cookies. You are. It's you. Like, sorry. Like, when you get real about who is really the problem, that's when you can actually be real enough with yourself to solve the problem. Now, there's a bunch of little things I do in my life that make things easier, therefore I'll be more likely to do them. So, for example, I wanted to be an herbal tea drinker. I know that herbal tea is really good for me, and I know that starting my day with something warm and something really helpful, like herbal tea, is something really healthy that I would like to implement in my life. So, the way I made this the easiest route possible, because of course we're going to follow the path of least resistance, is I got one of those kettles that have the little hot plate that plugs into the wall that immediately heats up your water. That way I'm getting out of my own way of being like, oh, I don't feel like making tea because I'm gonna have to get the pot out, and then I'm gonna have to wait for the water to boil, and then I'm gonna, you know, that is a lot of work compared to just clicking a button and waiting for my water to heat up on the little teapot that is like 20 times faster than the stove. So it's like, getting out of your own way is also just learning how to make things easier for you, because at the end of the day, you will always follow the path of least resistance. And if you can learn how to make your life easier, then you are more likely to do the things that you need to be doing to be reaching your goals. So now, ever since I got that tea kettle that heats up in like 5 seconds, I've been drinking tea every single day.
Nice.
It's like a day and night difference, because that slight difference in effort versus boiling my water on the stove and taking longer and boiling my water hella faster in my quick little kettle made all the difference. Sometimes you have to not think about things in terms of willpower and think about things in terms of path of least resistance. You have to change your environment and make it easier for you to do said thing in order for you to really want to do it. Another major way that I have gotten out of my own way in my life, and this is relating to my health and fitness journey again, because that's a huge thing in my life right now, is when I'm at the grocery store, if I just don't buy the things and bring them to my house, then, sorry, I just got a call. But anyways, another way that I was getting in my own way in the past was I was buying the things at the grocery store, bringing them to my home, and trying to convince myself that I would just pace myself and not eat those things when they're like readily available in my pantry, fridge, and freezer. Yeah, no. You're lying to yourself. Now what I do is I just simply don't buy those things. I just don't bring it around. I've changed my environment. There is no cookies in my house. If I have a sweet tooth, guess what, honey? Get some tea and put some honey in it. You know, like, there's nothing in my home that can get in the way of me and my goals. Nothing. And that's how I've gotten out of my own way in that regard too, is there's simply nothing in my house that could ruin or hinder or tempt me out of reaching my goals. There's no processed food in my house. None. There's nothing. There's like some pasta and stuff, but like, again, I'd have to make that. Like, I don't even crave it anymore. And that's the crazy thing too, is like, once I stopped eating processed foods and candies and cookies and sugaries all the time, I stopped craving it. And I stopped craving it within like a week. I don't even crave it anymore. And that's the thing. I just had to get out of my own way and stop buying it at the store and bringing it home for me to be tempted by. Like, oh, This isn't even rocket science. Why did it take me so long to figure this out? Okay, like, this is why I'm making a video about it, because if I could help literally one of you guys, like, get out of your own way in the slightest, I would feel like I succeeded in life. Okay? But there's so many things like that where I just get out of my own way now and make my life easier and make it more streamlined. Like, for example, for years and years and years, I was too scared to use microwaves because I thought they were just going to melt my brain and radiate me. Now, I still use microwaves pretty minimally, but I have gotten over the thing of, like, not using them at all. Okay, so, for example, I try to eat a big sweet potato every day because, one, it's hardly any calories and it keeps me so freaking full. Fun fact, you can't overeat on potatoes. They have the highest satiety rate out of any food. So if you want to lose weight or lose fat, make sure you're eating a big old sweet potato at some point during the day, and I swear it'll keep you so full for so long. But in the past, I would have overcomplicated that and, like, been like, oh, I need to turn on the oven, get the glass bakeware out, I need to oil it up, I need to season it, I need to blah, 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 I need to let it cool down, I need to, all these things, and then I'm going to have a big pan to wash. No. Too much work. I got too much shit going on. I don't have time for all that shit. All I do, stab my potato a few times, roll it in a paper towel, and stick it in the microwave, press the potato button.
Wow.
I literally, here's the thing. I will take my risk with the microwave. If it oversimplifies my life to the point where I will actually do said thing that will get me closer to my goals, I will do it. I will get out of my own way, and I will make it simpler, and then I will do it. Path of least resistance. Okay. So basically, now that I've given some examples of how I get out of my own way to reach my goals, and those were only a few examples, I've basically recalibrated my entire life to make it simpler so that I'll actually follow the things that I need to do to reach my goals. But I also, something that I need to note to you guys is I used to only celebrate myself when I would reach the goal. If I would, like, say, for example, if I lost 30 pounds, then I would celebrate myself. That's not sustainable, though. What I do now is I celebrate myself within every single step of the journey. Like today, I got up, went to the gym, did a really hard Pilates class, showered at the gym. That way I get to have an alone shower because I have a toddler. So he's in the gym daycare. I got to have an alone shower. And when I was in that alone shower, I made it a point to, like, celebrate myself and be like, yes, you did it. You succeeded. Like today, cooking my little potato in the microwave and just having it with me in the car. So when I'm out in town, I'm not craving anything and stopping anywhere because I have my potato. That's something I celebrate now. I celebrate all the little things. So I get all those little dopamine hits of, like, succeeding along the way and being happy and content with my successes along the way rather than just being so goal oriented. Because the thing is, with everything I'm doing, that's going to come. I've already lost 9 pounds in the past 3 weeks because of eating whole foods and going to the gym. You have to celebrate the little things along the way, or else you're probably not going to stick with it. You need to feel celebrated. You're amazing. Like, celebrate yourself. So yeah, basically, yeah, my whole reason behind making this video is I want you to get out of your own way faster. Because at the end of the day, you're really the only person in your way. And I had to learn that the hard way, okay? Hence my 6-month plateau and, the cycles that repeat themselves over and over again. So if you are ready to let go of anywhere that you are getting in your own way, comment that down below. Be like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm going to start implementing this. I'm going to make my life easier this way. Comment that down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, because the more you like, comment, and subscribe, the more the algorithm will notice my videos and will push them out to more people, hence growing the hummingbird community. I make videos every week, but, like, for example, this week I was feeling really inspired, so this is actually my 3rd long form video I'm putting out this week. Yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed life, and I hope you guys get out of your own way any way you can so that you can expedite the process on reaching your goals and living your best life. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.